Hello Internetians, my name is JacubAsAlways, and I am your coach of the New York Metgross. Welcome back, one and all, to the IBL season number 5, week number 10. Your New York Metgross are currently sitting at 5-4, looking at a decent spot for playoffs as we take on our divisional rival, Eric, aka Heavy Metal Pokemon, coach of the Colorado Mamoswines. Be sure to go check him out in the description below. And, boy, Eric got some scary threats, guys. Boy, Eric has some scary threats on his team. Let us go over his team real quick. He has Z Tapu Koko. I believe it is #1 in kills, and it has been tearing things up just like it did last season on Austin's team. So, definitely a huge threat there, you know, with its multitude of coverage and, the fact that I can use Z moves is just more annoying because I can run Z Brave Bird to kill my Mega Venusaur, I can run Dazzling Gleam to kill my Scrafty, Electric moves are so good against me, Grass Knot kills the Rhyperior, etc. It has the right coverage it needs to destroy my team, and it's just ungodly annoying. He has an Arcanine. Arcanine, of course, a huge threat, both offensively and defensively. It's really hard to switch into. I do have some fire resist on my team, such as Magmortar, Rhyperior, and Slowking, but they get bopped really easily. Magmortar doesn't have the best physical defense and is not easily able to switch into that. Rhyperior can get 2-shot by close combat if it's banded, while charging Slowking. Whole 9 yards. It's a very annoying mon for me to be able to deal with, and defensively it can check my Cure in Black depending on what item I'm running and also what moves I'm running, etc. It just depends on the set altogether. I can check my Mega Venusaur, my Skarmory, my Rabombi, my Scrafty, my Kamala, my Magmortar. It basically can check just about everything, so very, very scary there. He has the Starmie. Offensively, it is probably the hardest mon for me to switch into on his entire team outside of Slowking. Yeah, I just do not switch into this well, and if it's a Life Orb, 4 attacks, I'm just screwed, in all honesty, so I have to be careful of that. Fastest mon on his team, or not fastest mon, faster than all of my mons except for Rabombi, so very, 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 very threat. He has a Chestnut Spike Stacker, of course, very good at just being a nice physical wall. Not really sure if I expect it to come because I have so many things to take it on, but if he's scared of like a Double Dance Rhyperior or something, then he will probably bring it over the Claydol. His Alolan Persian, really good for pivoting. Parting Shot is very, very good, as it can just constantly keep my attacks low, and with how my team is set up, Parting Shot is very good against me, just being able to pivot around my team much more easily. Wow, words are hard. So that's very annoying. It does give setup potential for our Bombi, so I guess that's the only thing that would keep him from bringing it. He has a Jellicent, which I just don't see coming, really, because he could use it as a Cure in Black switch-in, but I can Fusion Bolt it. He could use it as a Magmortar switch-in, but I can Thunderbolt it. Like, I just feel like my entire team pressures it too much. I don't really feel like it's a good bring, in all honesty, so if he does, I can take advantage of it a little bit, but we'll get into that. He had a Claydol. That's a Pokemon, and to everyone but Callus, it's a shit Pokemon. It's nice at resisting Edgequake, which is basically the best thing about Claydol, in my opinion. That and the fact that it can Rapid Spin, but other than that, it's there. It exists. It's not. I don't expect it coming. Like, I really don't expect it coming. He has a Haxorus, another giant threat. Dragon Dance is just a huge threat versus my team, and I had to be very, very careful of how I decided to deal with this mon. If it can start Dragon Dancing, it can probably sweep my entire team, so I had to be very careful. That is, depending on what set it brings. If it only brings 2 attacks, then it's going to have to bring something for Rabombi, because Dragon Dance, Earthquake's not, or Dragon move and Earthquake's not going to do it, so that's very nice. Deck Trio. Another mon I don't see coming. I have a Skarmory, I have a Slowking, I have a Mega Venusaur. I'll just tell it no forever, and it doesn't really have the power to break through those. It doesn't have any setup moves. It's not very good in this matchup. And finally, Mega Pidgeot, which is really good versus me because it switches in on my Mega Venusaur and no-code it with Hurricane, which doesn't miss. So, yay! I have a Slowking and a Rhyperior that can take it on, but Rhyperior gets worn down easily, and it's also one of my Tapu Koko switch-ins, so it definitely gets worn down easily. And Slowking can't wall it forever, so I had to be very, very careful of this gigantic freaking threat. Anyway, let us jump further into the teams that I've decided to bring. I'm really sorry that if you can hear my dog barking in the background, but my dog's an asshole. Anyway, moving on to the team, we have Rabombi, who has choice specs this week: Moonblast, U-Turn, Sticky Web, and Trick. Rabombi is very, very nice against his team. He has very few fairy resists, those being the Duck Trio, which is not a good mon to stop Rabombi. I believe he gets 2-shot by Moonblast, and then his best switch in, which is the Arcanine, which I can U-turn on. I can set Sticky Webs on. I can trick at the choice specs and cripple it if it's a defensive set. Overall, I really feel like Rabombi just does a lot. It's faster than everything on his team outside of the Tapu Koko, which is really nice. And if I get up those webs, I'm able to I can outspeed the Tapu Koko and let the Scarf. Very, very nice. I really like the fact that I built around Rabombi. I also have a Voltron core to hopefully bring in. Well, this is part of my Voltron core that I can hopefully use to get in whatever I need, whenever I need it. Get in whatever I need, whenever I need it. I don't know if I said that right. And then just click Moonblast and hopefully kill something. So, nothing too crazy about Rabombi here. We have Skarmory. Rocky Helmet, Brave Bird, Roost, Defog, and Taunt. This spread is crazy. But this is my way to stop Haxorus. I have enough speed to outspeed Claydol, so I can taunt it and keep it from putting rocks up against me. Should he bring that as his rocker, I can also taunt the Chestnut, and I'm kind of speedy to make sure I can outspeed that. I can stop Jellicent from recovering. I can defog away spikes and rocks should I feel the need to. I do not want to have rocks up on my side of the field during this game, or at least try to keep them away as much as possible, just because they are very annoying against me. So I have Roots stay healthy, and then I have Brave Bird. So this spread, I don't remember what the SPDF does. SPDF does something. Something, Mega Big Shot. So the attack. So I have 20 EVs in attack. The 20 EVs in attack means that Brave Bird will 2-hit KO Haxorus after 1 round of Rocky Helmet damage. So that's very nice to make sure that Haxorus just goes down and does not become a threat. Because if my Skarmory goes down, I lose to Haxorus. So that's fun. But I think the SPDF is so I take a Heat Wave from Mega Pidgeot after rocks, but I could be wrong. Anyway, it's mainly here as my Haxorus check. You can also check Claydol to an extent depending on what its spread is. I can check the Alone Trio, and that's about it. Or I can check Chestnut to taunt it and be able to get rid of its spikes and the Brave Bird to kill it. So, moving on, I have Manectric. I really want to bring Manectric because Electric Training was so good, and the fact that he does have 2 ground types, but neither of them are really good in this matchup, and I don't expect either of them to come. He has 2 more electric immunity, or 2 more electric resist, 3 more, but Haxorus is 2-shot by Hidden Power Ice. Tapu Koko is just going to give me, like, all of the power with the electric terrain, and I can take a Dazzling Gleam, no problem, and unless it's Specs. I believe if it's Specs, it's a roll. So I have Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Ice, Flamethrower, and Full Switch, nothing too crazy. I have Electrium Z just so I can fire off that really, really strong attack versus something like Arcanine versus Jellicent, whatever I really feel like they need. Fire off versus... Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm tired. Anyway. Flamethrower is there for the Chestnut. I did not want Overheat to drop my special attack. I wanted to be able to be firing off my strongest hits no matter what at all times. Hidden Power Ice, again, 2-hit KOs the Haxorus, 2-hit KO, doesn't 2-hit KO Claydol, but it helps me hit Claydol. Flamethrower also hits Duck Trio, which is nice. So, moving forward, we have my Kieran Black here, which is Ice Beam, Earth Power, Fusion Bolt, and Roost. These EVs allow me to check the Mega Pidgeot decently well. I wanted some, like as much insurance versus the Mega Pidgeot and the Tapu Koko as much as possible, so I don't get OHKO by Dazzling Gleam after rocks. I don't believe I get 2 KO'd by Hurricane, which is nice, and I can use leftovers to stay healthy. The speed EVs, I could go enough to speed tie with Arcanine, but I don't really expect it to be offensive anyway. I don't feel the need to just check like the Claydol. I might be checking Claydol actually. I don't remember what the speed is there for. It might be for Modest Claydol? It might be for Modest Claydol, just in case. But it also allows me to outspeed uninvested Arcanine, which is nice. I didn't really feel the need to run too much speed just based on the way his team is set up. I do know that if he is running enough speed on his Tapu Koko for... Oh my god, I'm so tired. If he's running enough speed on Tapu Koko for Rabombi, I do outspeed that after webs. So that's very nice, and then I just do the rest into special attack. Fusion Bolt is nice. I don't really need any attack for Fusion Bolt to be doing what it needs to do. A 2-hit KO Starmie, a 2-hit KO Jellicent, no matter what, which is very nice. I have Ice Beam just to plow through his entire team, because LOL as Ice Resist, and then Earth Power will hit the Arcanine for hopefully a 2-hit KO unless it's FitF. I have Rhyperior, Rindoberry, Stealth Rock, Toxic, Rock Blast, and Ice Punch. This is mixed defensive. It is here for the Tapu Koko. It is here for the Mega Pidgeot. Hidden Power Grass does not 2-hit KO me. Grass Knot will not OHKO me, and I can hit those things respectively. You might be wondering, asking all these questions, why don't I have Earthquake? I felt the need to run Ice Punch so I could hit the Chestnut more. So I could hit the Haxorus more. Wait, why did I have Ice Punch when I could just... I think it was for... No, it was for Claydol. Okay, so it was for Claydol, so I could weaken Claydol for the Manectric in case I decided to come. Woo! Almost had a brain aneurysm there, but Toxic also is nice for that. So I don't have Earthquake, but I didn't really feel like it would be the most useful. I really just need damage off on Tapu Koko so I can revenge it with one of my other mons, because just about everything on my team takes a hit from Tapu Koko outside of my Skarmory. So, and the Rabompi. So, very nice there. Solid Rock, of course, is there to, reduce the damage. And then finally, I have an AV Slowking, Foul Play, Scald, Shadow Ball, and Psychic. So, this allows me to hit just about everything on his team. I can pressure anything I want with this spread, and then Foul Play is really nice for the Haxorus, so I don't become setup fodder for that. Because again, being setup fodder for that Haxorus is very bad. I want that thing dead, dead, dead. Shadow Ball is nice for Jellicent. Shadow Ball is nice for the Starmie. Shadow Ball is nice for the Claydol. However, I will be clicking Scald right through that. This helps me check the Mega Pidgeot. This helps me check the Arcanine, the Starmie, the Alolan Deck Trio, just about everything, because Slowking is a boss-ass bitch. So, moving forward, let us go into the actual battle itself. We'll get rid of that. And as you can see, the 6 month, he decided to bring the Tapu Koko, the Haxorus, the Mega Pidgeot, the Arcanine, the Starmie, and the Chestnut. None of his ground types are there. Very, very nice to see. His Jellicent is not there. Okay, that's nice. And then Alolan Persian is not there, which I was very happy about. So, moving on to the game itself, I'm going to lead off with my Manectric. It is my best lead, I feel, in this matchup. I take a hit from anything that could potentially outspeed me, except for a Choice Scarf Haxorus. And if he leads Choice Scarf Haxorus, then... okay. It's a weird lead, but I'll be able to act accordingly, and I will probably switch out versus it. I don't expect him to lead Haxorus, though. I expect him to lead Tapu Koko, make a Pidgeot, maybe Starmie, etc. So, I'm definitely leading with my Manectric, as I can pivot out versus whatever I really want. And there we go. Let us get into this game. Hopefully we can go take a win and move into a very nice spot for playoffs. Pokemon Trainer Zero has decided to challenge us. I'm going to lead off with this Manectric, and we're going to see that he is going to lead off with the Tapu Koko. So, very okay with me. The only thing that will knock me out is a Z move or a Spec Assassin Gleam, I believe. And I can just Volt Switch out on this, get some damage, scout some stuff, etc. As we're going to see, he gets a gun go for the Gavin theme, and this is going to tell me that he is not, in fact, Specs. He might be a Z move, which is kind of what I'm expecting. And I'm going to Volt Switch out on this, do a lot of damage for a resisted hit. And I will go out into my Rhyperior to threaten him out. And I will be able to click Rocks here. If he clicks Grass, not good on him. However, I definitely want to get my Rocks up. However, I believe I might go for Rock Blast because I did not want to let this thing... no, I do go for Stealth Rocks. Great. So I go for Stealth Rocks. Couldn't remember if I went for Rock Blast. I'll go for Stealth Rocks, get Rocks up, damage, pressure him. He goes into Starmie, which helps me. This is going to be his Rapid Spinner and just dedicated switch into my Rhyperior. And I'm going to go out into my Slowking, and I'm going to find out something very, very nice, which is, I don't believe on this turn, but I'm going to find out that Thunderbolt is going to come off and is going to do that much damage. And I believe that is not a Life Orb Starmie. I believe that is a defensive Starmie. Yes, it is a defensive Starmie. So that was very, very nice to know. It means I can, not be pressured by this as much as other things. And I will take this as an opportunity to go to my Kieran Block. I now know that I don't have to worry too much about this thing, because it's not as much of an offensive threat. And he's going to go for Scald here, which is, awesome, because, getting Scald burns is always good. But I'm not going to actually get Scald burns. And even if I did, Electric Train boosted Fusion Bolt will burn Kieran Black to a KO Starmie. So I will get my Leftovers Recovery. I will go for the Fusion Bolt here, I believe. Do I go for Fusion Bolt? Do I go for Earth Power? Tell me I'll go for Earth Power on this turn. Do I go for Earth Power? Do I go for Earth Power? Moment of truth. Ah, I'm such an asshole. Okay, so I go for Earth Power, predicting the Arcanine, and I get that much damage off and reveal that he is a Spadef Arcanine, which is very annoying. Spoiler alert, this Arcanine's a bitch to deal with. But yeah, I clicked Earth Power because I'm an asshole. So, on this next turn, I believe I'm going to click the Earth Power once again because I want to pressure this thing, and if he doesn't go for Morning Sun, I will be able to 2KO it, as he is going to go for Morning Sun here, which is very unfortunate. So, I now know that this is going to be an Earth Power versus Morning Sun War the entire game, so I'm going to have to be keeping that in the back of my mind, and here I believe, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do? Am I going to switch out into my Skarmory? Not my Skarmory, but my Slowking? Is that what I do? Slowking? Slowking? Pantsless! Slowking! The Slowking Kid is going to come out, and that is going to allow me to do basically whatever I want. He does Will-O-Wisp me, which is actually really good. It means he can't Toxic me later. The residual damage is kind of annoying and does make it harder during the game, but it's perfectly fine. Here, I can go for a Scald if I want to. I can also go for Shadow Ball so I can pressure the Starmie, should I want to do that. So here, I believe I go for Scald first, just because it's Scald. And yep, I'm gonna go for Scald, get some damage off, maybe get a burn, negate the leftover. Woo! God bless. Negate doesn't leftovers. And here I believe I'm going to fire off a Shadow Ball. Now that I know that Electric Train is not up, now that I know this is not offensive, and now that I'm burnt, I fear this thing no more. I can Shadow Ball and do a lot of damage to this thing, which is very nice. It is going to do a lot of damage. I am modest. I do have some special attack investment, which is very nice. So this Shadow Ball comes off and it does a lot of damage to the Starmie. It just barely misses out in the KO. So that is going to pressure the Starmie a lot. It's going to make it so it cannot come in very easily. And if I ever predicted to come in with my Rhyperior, trying to get rid of the rocks, I can Rock Blast on the switch and get rid of it. So, very, very nice there. He is going to go out to Turkey Slayer on this team, which is going to be his Chestnut, as I go for Skull, predicting him to switch out into something. And unfortunately is this, I could just stay in Psychic and blow this thing away. I believe it would always 2 a KO. However, I don't want to risk the fact that he's going to click Woodhammer here, so I'm going to get the hell out of dodge. And I believe I go out into my, yes, I go into my Rabombi. So I want to go into Rabombi because I don't expect a Rock Slide. I expect something weird like a Sub, maybe a Lead Seed. I didn't expect Sub, no. I expected anything but a Rock Slide. I definitely didn't think he'd go for like a Rock Slide predicting my Rabombi, so I knew that if he went for like a Spike or a Woodhammer or something, I could easily just pressure this thing with the Moonblast. So here I go for Moonblast as he goes for another substitute. I'm guessing Scouting to see what I'm going to do, which is a very good play. I definitely like that play. It does cost him some health on his Chestnut, but his Chestnut is not really the most useful Pokemon on his team right now, especially since it kind of gets completely shut down by my Mega Venusaur. So, my Mega Venusaur, if it was here, that is. So, have I said him? Never mind. So he can go for Leech. He's unfortunately going to miss, which is very nice for me, very horrible for him, so rest in peace, Eric. However, I'm going to double out here into my Slowking, predicting him to go out into the Arcanine on the Moonblast. He is actually going to go for Spikes instead, which is a very surprising play for me, in my opinion, because I could have just blown this thing away, and he would never be able to switch into my Rhyperior again, and if I was offensive, he'd be dead. So, don't know why he made the play, but it very well worked out for him. I'm going to go on my Diamond Blade. This thing cannot do anything to me except Leech Seed me, which he does. And I can taunt it, I can defog, I can do whatever I want. I want to get rid of these spikes because these spikes are going to be annoying. And, yeah, I don't remember what move I click here, because I have infinite possibilities. I can taunt, I can roost, I can defog, I can Brave Bird. I believe, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, I click taunt. Do I click taunt or do I click defog? I click defog, get rid of the spike. Hey! And he's going to go out into, the threat. The threat is here, the threat is now, the threat is MyTurkeySub, coach of the Chicago Cub Shoes. So, I am going to switch out here. I believe I'm going to switch out into my Churn Black as it provides me offensive momentum. It provides me pressure onto his team. And I know that my EVs allow me to get not get 2 KO'd by the Hurricane. So, he is going to Mega Evolve this giant threat. No! No! He's going to go for Heat Wave. And he's going to do a little bit of damage to me, I believe. Please tell me I click Earth Power again. Please tell me I make the... Please tell me I click Earth Power again, being an asshole. I don't think I do. I think I click Ice Beam. I believe I click Ice Beam. Do I click Ice Beam or do I click Earth Power again, being the giant asshole that I am? What do we see? I don't think we see Fusion Bolt. I think we see Ice Beam. I see Ice Beam. Alright, so I go for Ice Beam. And we are going to get some damage off on this Arcanine. Unfortunately, it was not enough to put it in range of Earth Power like I'd hoped. I should have clicked Earth Power, and I would have had much easier time. But like I said, this Arcanine is a gigantic, obnoxious Pokemon. And I believe I'm going to Earth Power at this time. Do I Earth Power at this time? Yes, Earth Power at this time. If he decides to go for anything that isn't Morning Sun, it's going to bite him. And we're going to see that he is going to go for the Flare Blitz, which was honestly super ridiculously amazing. I do get some get damage on my Kieran Black, but that will be fine. I'll be able to get a little bit of HP back. I'm still out of range of Hurricane, and now this Arcanine is basically not a problem anymore. I can go for Ice Beam, I can kill it, or I can go for Earth Power, I can kill it. He goes for Extreme Speed, and I am going to be able to Ice Beam it and kill it. Thank God. Arcanine was super annoying. I believe in the actual game, while we were playing, I thought that Arcanine was lower, so I clicked Ice Beam and was going to be in range of Earth Power. Fortunately, that didn't happen. So, he's going to go choose Tapu Koko here. Dazzling Gleam is easily his best move, and I believe, because I don't want to take the Grass Knot on my Rhyperior on the switch, I pivot around. I'm going to go into my Slowking first, predicting Dazzling Gleam or the Grass Knot, because Grass Knot won't do too much. If it goes for Thunderbolt, I will be able to predict that, or I will be able to live that and pivot out accordingly. And I'm going to pivot out into my Rhyperior on this next move, because I did not, like I said, I do not want to just switch in hard on Grass Knot. So now out comes my Shingen, my Rhyperior, and I will be able to do whatever I want. I'm not going to click Rocks this time because I'm afraid that he's going to stay in and click the Grass Knot. So I'm going to attack this thing head on and weaken it for some of my other Pokemon later down the road. And Grass Knot comes out. I go for the Rock Blast, and I definitely should have had Earthquake on this thing instead of Ice Punch, because you're going to see that I'm going to just barely miss out on the KO here, I believe. Whereas Earthquake would have thrown this thing out, and I would have been in a much better position. However, I'm going to save this. If his Mega Pidgeot does not have Hidden Power Grass, it'll be nice to check that thing later. I'm going to go to my Slowking on what I believe to be a Grass Knot, and on the next turn, I know I will live a Thunderbolt, which he's already revealed to have, by the way. I don't have to worry about Wild Charge. I will be able to live the Thunderbolt, and I will be able to kill this with the Scald or Psychic. I believe I clicked Psychic, in case he went Chest Dot. Yep. So I go for Psychic. I knock out the Tapu Koko. Big Threat is out of the way. He has nothing that can outspeed my Rabombi unless he has a Choice Scarfer that I don't know about. Very, very beautiful. My Pantsless is very low. However, I will be able to do whatever I feel the need. He could click Recover here if he really wants to. However, I'm going to go out into my Kieran Black, as if he goes for, like, if he doesn't attack, if he goes for Recover, I will be able to Fusion Bolt and kill it, because I think he kills me. However, he's going to go for Psychic instead of anything else, and that is going to be able to 2-hit KO me, unfortunately. Very unfortunate, however. I still keep the Starmie low, and I will be able to keep it in range of my Rabombi. As this was happening, I did calc my Rabombi is able to knock out the Starmie at the range it's at after this next turn of Leftovers with the U-turn. So I'm going to let my Kieran Black go down. I'm going to go out into my Rabombi, and I'm going to click U-turn as it gives me momentum should he switch out, and it will kill the Starmie if he stays in. So go out to my Rabombi. Hello, my beautiful little bee. And I will be able to click U-turn to knock this thing out. And I believe I'm going to go out into my Slowking, so that, one, anything that comes in, like, it's my, like, I go out to Slowking mainly so I can, no, I don't go out to Slowking. I thought I went to Slowking to get Regenerator. Anyway, I go out to Rhyperior because reasons. He goes out to Turkey Slayer, which is Chestnut. Rhyperior would, if he went to Mega Pidgeot, I would know he had Hidden Power Grass, and I'd be able to keep that information back in my head. If he went to Haxorus, I'd be able to attack it. And basically, I force and Chestnut. So he goes for Leech Seed. Very annoying move. I hate this move. Just kidding. I love this move. This is why I run it all the time, and I have to tell myself not to run it all the time. But I am going to, I believe, here, go for the Brave Bird. I'm going to go for a Brave Bird, or go for Taunt first. Okay, so I go for Taunt first, so he can't do anything, and then I'm going to Roost. Do I roost? I believe I roost. With my roost. Do I roost? Do I click roost? Is the move that I click roost? Do we roost? Does he roost? Do I roost? Who roosts? Do you roost? Hens. This is Haxorus. So I believe I go for roost here to stay healthy in case you want to Haxorus, because again I need to keep this thing as healthy as possible for said Haxorus. So Haxorus comes out. I am perfectly okay with this because, like I said, I rock the helmet and I Brave Bird. Unfortunately, I don't 2 KO after helmet anymore because of the Leech Seed, but that will be perfectly okay. He's going to go for sub, which is going to tell me that he is only 2 attacks, which is very nice. Brave Bird will always break the sub, but he tells me that he has 2 attacks. He's sub either DD or SD. If he's SD, then I kill him with Rabombi no matter what. And if he's DD, he has to have a move that hits Rabombi. Because likely he might have Earthquake just to hit the Haxorus, but who knows. So I'm going to just attack this thing and heal when I need to. I do not want this thing to be able to get the drop on me and be able to kill me. I'm in a good position. I'm going to switch out first and go out to my Manectric to sack it, so I can get rid of the Leech Seed, because that thing is a giant, annoying Pokemon. And he goes for sub, which is fine, because I'm going to be able to outspeed it. Hidden Power Ice is always going to break the sub. And if he decides to SD, I will be able to hit him hard with Hidden Power Ice on the next turn. So, Manectric gets thrown out. Hidden Power Ice is going to come out. He is going to go for the Dragon Dance so he can pressure my Skarmory. However, that is not going to matter, as this Haxorus is not going to do a single tiny itty bitty thing to my Skarmory, because Skarmory is Fat Boy. Fat Steel Boy. So, he gets the Dragon Dance off, he gets the Leftovers Recovery. I'm going to stack up my Manectric with the Hidden Power Ice, and I'm looking for an end game where I click Moonblast a couple times. So, Dragon Claw comes off, he kills my Manectric. Rest in peace, you were bound for glory, but all you did was break the sub. Good job. So, I go to my Skarmory. I know I can just 2 KO this thing, no problem whatsoever. And the only thing he has left is Mega Pidgeot, which still threat! Still threat! And the Chestnut. Chestnut is not really a threat. It exists. But my goal for the Mega Pidgeot is basically I need to get a Regenerator boost with my Cloaking, so I can live a Hurricane and then put it in range of my Rabombi's Moonblast. That is my only game plan for this Mega Pidgeot, because the Mega Pidgeot is Wincon and is a good damn Wincon. So we're going to see another Dragon Dance. I believe he's just going to Dragon Dance to try and be able to do enough damage to, like, pressure me, but, like, I'm not pressured by this Haxorus, like, at all. I get a lot of damage off, and I believe this next one is going to be able to kill him as he tries to Dragon Dance again, thinking he'll live. Is that a thing? Is that what happened? Alright, he Dragon Dances again. Yep. Brave Bird, I believe, knocks him out at this range. Wow, this is a long game. I believe Dragon Dance, or Brave Bird will be able to knock him out at this point. Yep. 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 And goodbye, Haxorus. So, my Skarmory is now virtually useless. However, I can still check the Chestnut should I feel the need. However, if he goes out to the Mega Pidgeot, I could also just Brave Bird it and try and put it in range. He goes for Heat Wave. He knocks out my Skarmory perfectly fine. And I believe I'm going to go out to my Rhyperior and try and click Rock Blast. Is that what happened? I tried to go to my Rhyperior, try and click Rock Blast. The only way he knocks me out is if he has Hidden Power Grass, and then I can deal with the other thing later. He goes for the Hidden Power Grass. He has it. It's going to knock me out. Very unfortunate. So, like I said, my next goal is, okay, I got to go to my Slowking. I got to sack my other Mon, which I believe is my... What is my other Mon? Oh, no. Am I just out of range? Am I just out of range of Hurricane? Oh, I'm just out of range of Hurricane. Never mind. I can just go for Psychic here, then. And I can weaken this. Perfectly good. Perfectly nice. And, do they have another Pokemon? I thought I had another Pokemon. No, everything died. Whoops. Okay, yeah, so I was out of range of Hurricane. Great. But anyway, it doesn't matter because I Psychic him. I put him in range of the Rabombi's Moonblast. He, at first, thought it was a roll. He was mad, but then I told him I was Specs. So, yeah. Unless he was, like, super Spadef, max Def, he died to that Moonblast. But anyway, I'm able to kill the Mega Pidgeot there, and then Chestnut comes out. He might live a Moonblast. I believe he does live a Moonblast. Does he? I can't remember. All I know is that... Oh, yeah, he does. So I'm able to 2KO him. I knew Rabami was going to be able to win Con in the late game, and that is going to be a 1-0 win versus Eric and the Colorado Mamoswines. And very, very nice. Very, very nice game played overall. It was a very long one, a very hard one. Eric is an amazing battler. You should definitely go check him out. And we, I don't believe we are clinched for playoffs, but we are, like, we might as well be clinched for playoffs. As long as we don't get, like, double 6-0'd, and then everyone below us, like, double 6-0's their opponent, I think we're going to be in a good spot. So, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed move to 6-4, and we will be able to hopefully make playoffs in the IBL unlike last season. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!